So, has anybody ever noticed that dating sims are really fucking weird?
1, 2, 3, 4.
From the original 𝙗𝙗𝙀𝙖𝙨 Memorial, where if you don't two-time on women regularly enough, they will explode your life, to more modern classics such as Superstorm Melon Date, they are seemingly absurd by nature. Now, don't get me wrong, I love dating sims. Dating sims know what they're about. There's just something so earnest about a game that isn't going to judge me for playing it because the game is too busy being judged by everyone else.
You're ugly, you're disgusting, I'm gonna kill you.
For its big daddy mommy monster milkers. Oh woo. It's become pretty obvious, thanks to endless over-analysis, that people can see with their own eyes why these games are intrinsically weird. I mean, you don't need me to tell you this shit is possibly a violation of my moral rights. It's right fucking there. No, in this video, I'm gonna ask how that happened. The end goal of a dating sim is to win a person, and sure, you can frame that in multiple ways, but the end game is that you choose and conquer a certain character's route. That is the victory state.
Oh, victory! Sick!
That is the victory state. You're supposed to feel like you've wooed someone and escape into the fantasy of actually having charisma. This already sets the genre apart from most video games in which the escapism is that of having friends.
Eat my bag!
Or genocide? Dating sims left obscurity in the late 2000s, and games like Princess Evangeline were inevitably passed around sticky-looking forums in the West. It only took a few years for them to explode across indie development and become increasingly available on mainstream platforms. As games became easier to— Wait, hang on.
Edit,
Reese? Did you just put in Danganronpa just now?
Mm-hmm.
That's a visual novel, not a dating sim. Sort your shit out!
Ah, my graphics card.
Developers wanting to focus on storytelling could now turn to visual novels. A visual novel is essentially a slideshow. They're practically a callback to text adventures. For example, mangaka Hato Moa first cobbled together Hatoful Boyfriend in 2011, that one game where you date the pigeons, you know the one, out of her own illustrations, photos, and public domain images on Flash. If that even sounds remotely interesting to you, I recommend Tech Rule's video breakdown of Tokidoki Literature Club and how it exploits the comparatively simple coding of how it was built. Link below, it's pretty damn good. So, depraved Westerners are now corrupting the pure sanctity of dating sims, and things are getting samey in Japan. You can only make schoolgirls with giant bahonka-donkereros the game so many times before someone is going to call you out on it. If even a fuckwit like me could plausibly make a dating sim, there's going to be a lot of room for newcomers, and new blood means new, dangerous, spicy ideas. So, remember what I said earlier about victory states? What if the person you win isn't a cute girl, but this horseman? Or this sword? Or this spooky crow ghost? And hear me out!
How could this happen to me? I made my mistake.
Games as far back as 𝙗𝙗𝙀𝙖𝙨 Memorial 2, which standardised many mainstay tropes, cut loose enough to laugh at themselves through the hoops it would make the player jump through. But the games had never had comedy at the centre until indie developers could afford to make games that didn't appeal to a wide audience. Gakkou and Handsome, Hatoful Boyfriend, and niche entries like Meatlog Mountain all stand back and laugh at their own standard premises, whilst giving a loving, flirty wink to the tropes of their particular subgenres. Some of the first contact people had in the West with the idea of dating sims were games such as these, so their inspiration was already distorted from the original. And then, just like that, they weren't parodies anymore. This is what we had become. So May It Be is a charming celebration of millennial witchy aesthetics. Nice. In Speed Dating for Ghosts, you can muse on death positivity with this little chap. Very cute. Scarlet Hollow is a gorgeously illustrated American Gothic horror with an underlying mistrust of the characters you can woo. Kato Shoujo is a touching exploration of disability in relationships and is wholly responsible for the meme. Meanwhile, in Love Love Chow, you can play in the world of Pacific Rim as Hannibal fucking Chow, and you can date the Always Sunny in Philadelphia man. Wrestling with Emotions, Boyfriend Dungeon, Dream Daddy, Kentucky Fried Marketing Ploy, the one that came out the same hole that spawned Homestuck. Ransomware dating sim is Dolltown, while still in demo, is an antisocial, reprehensible, egg-laying nightmare in a world full of phone people who just really want to talk to you about tapeworms. There's at least 2 separate sims that allow you to date Mothman because someone had to let me date the Mothman. Ah, fuck Mothman! And honestly, you can go on Itch.io right now and find out what heinous crimes have been brought forth in the name of fandom. Nothing is stopping you. Media is naught but our puppet. The people demand to know, Siren Head carnally! Dating sims can be a safe haven for narratives and relationships in games that aren't often encouraged outside of them. That being, as much fun as it is to date pigeons and horsemen and swords or whatever, it's also great to date girls. When you're a girl! Holy shit! It wouldn't be fair to ignore the fact that most of the games I've mentioned have queer characters and were made by queer creators. It's something that likely adds to the perception of dating sims as weird in the first place, but I'm glad it has a place in gaming where people are often openly hostile to queer stories and characters. The last decade's wave of bizarre parody dating sims take away the indulgent gubbins of traditional dating sims, and they make you ask questions about what you're aiming to do and what you're really getting out of it. All of these games have something to say beyond "congrats on your new JPEG wife," and yes, I do genuinely enjoy playing shit like Niflheim Plus in the bath, and beyond Halloween himbos, the dating sim is the perfect medium to take hostage of your morality, sanity, and philosophies and lock them in a basement until they love you. And isn't that what true love really is?
Whoa, hey, you made it to the end. This is Reese, the guy who owns this channel. Thank you very much for finishing the video. This is the first and maybe only time we ever make a video like this, depends on the response. So if you did like it, then like it here on YouTube, share it, respond, subscribe, do comments, just anything that's going to get us a tiny bit more kind of algorithm love. And yeah, just let us know if you want to see more. There's 120 videos in my Google Drive and they're all of dating sims. Oh god!